Man, things just keep getting wilder and wilder in Chicagoland. The Chicago Skies organization and the Chicago Skies general manager, Jeff Paliocca, I don't know what he is doing. I don't know what he wants, but the latest on what he said about Dana Evans. But before we get off into today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. Man, we got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about the Chicago Skies general manager, Jeff Paliocca. Man, his latest comments, his latest statements on guard Dana Evans. You guys won't believe what he said about Dana Evans. I'm under this notion that he basically wants to build around Dana Evans. I mean, there's all kinds of speculations going on the internet about his relationship between, Angel Reese. Is it a relationship? Do they keep in contact? Well, they had the groundbreaking ceremony for the practice facility, and Angel Reese wasn't on hand. And a lot of people said that she did get the invite, but she was getting her cast removed from her wrist. But the groundbreaking ceremony was on Wednesday, and she had the cast removed from her wrist on a Tuesday. So I don't know if she did get the invite. We saw Elizabeth Williams there. She made a statement. And then we listened to what Jeff Paliocca had to say, when the interviewers asked him certain questions about the team and what direction they wanted to go in. And, the firing of Teresa Weatherspoon, which he really couldn't answer that question. He really didn't say too much about that, just giving a quick answer, a quick statement, and moving on. There was no rhyme or reason why she was let go. And I told you guys about, that exit interview with Dana Evans. Also that last post-game press conference with Dana Evans and Elizabeth Harrison. And I'm telling you guys, Dana Evans, she did not buy in to what Teresa Weatherspoon was coaching. And I think Dana Evans had some say in the reason why Teresa Weatherspoon is no longer the head coach for the Chicago Sky. And I don't think some of these veterans, they accepted the fact that these rookies came in and they was high demand, and Teresa Weatherspoon's got the most out of them, and they was in the starting lineup. Dana Evans is a WNBA champion, and she did not like the fact that she was reduced to a bench role. Now, general manager Jeff Paliocca has came out and he has backed up Dana Evans. And the crazy thing about it is he said some things about Dana Evans that are eye-raising. It was unbelievable the words that he minced when he was talking about Dana Evans. So from what I'm listening to, I'm under this notion that he wants the team to build around Dana Evans. He's basically saying, this is what we need. She has bought in and she will buy in, and they need more players to buy in to their system. So that goes on to tell me once again, I think Jeff Paliocca was upset that Teresa Weatherspoon was hired before he was put in place, because he had no say in the coaching hiring. And that's what made him upset. And, that bruised his ego. So the reason for Teresa Weatherspoon's being let go, we'll never know. But there's all kinds of speculations out there. So I want you guys to listen to the latest of what Jeff Paliocca had to say. And this is regarding the guard, Dana Evans. So take a listen to what he had to say, and we'll come back and I'll let you know what I think about it. Roll the footage.
We want players like her. We want people fully committed to that buy-in. Kill mode all the time. Just another player with no quit that can change a game immediately when she's in. She pressures the ball. I don't know if there's anybody in the league that does what she can do. She's a two-way player. She shoots the ball well. And to your point, pace is absolutely improved. You know, her being able to see the game from a playmaking perspective is going to keep helping her evolve. But she threw some passes last year, if we go back, that I don't know if we had anybody throwing when she'd find a corner, you know, from the opposite wing. Those are hard to do if you're not used to doing them or if you haven't done it as a pro or in college. So you can see her evolve. I mean, she cares a lot. And when you love it, you can be great. You know, you don't guard like her if you're not dying to lock somebody up. Yeah, she's a dog. I mean, she's a legitimate difference maker on both sides of the floor.
Now, you guys heard what Jeff Paliocca had to say about Dana Evans. Unbelievable. Said that she's a dog on both ends of the floor, which them days are behind her. Talking about her passing ability, which them days are behind her because of the fact that she said in her exit interview when she's going overseas, that's one thing she's going to work on the offseason is her passing. We saw Dana Evans trying to get the ball in the post to Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, but it never happened. It was a turnover waiting to happen. But when Isabel Harrison was in the game, she would get it in there. So you could see the resentment and the jealousy that she had toward them rookies and not so against the veterans. But Jeff Paliocca said that we need players to buy in. Now, listen, that should raise a red flag right there because I think only Diamond DeShields, Kennedy Carter, Camila Cardoso, and Angel Reese bought in to Teresa Weatherspoon's system. Everybody else had resentment. I don't think Dana Evans, Isabel Harrison might have wanted Teresa Weatherspoon out because they didn't buy into her system. And Jeff Paliocca just alleviated to that. So that's another red flag that should be raised to you guys that it's some underlying things going on behind closed doors with the Chicago Skies. Now, when I came out and did my video about Dana Evans played a major factor in Teresa Weatherspoon's firing, everybody said, nah, that can't be the case. But the more and more I investigate and the more I see footage and the more stuff gets sent to me and I listen to it in its entirety, I'm coming to the conclusion that, man, this weighed a major factor in the letting go of Teresa Weatherspoon. Because what I just heard from Jeff Paliocca talking about Dana Evans, that's a form of gaslighting right there. Like saying that she's a dog. Yeah, maybe back in the day, she was a dog when she was on the championship team. But this particular team, you know, she was forced to come off the bench and she didn't accept that role. You saw what her agent did on Twitter. X went on a rant. But Dana Evans made her agent look bad because she underachieved. And Dana Evans never took accountability for her poor play and wanted to blame it on the fans. She saw all the rumblings on the internet, people talking about her. That's what she was talking about. Wasn't nobody giving her no threats. She just saw the news that Dana Evans' piss poor play is hurting Chicago. And she took that as people attacking her. Nah, it wasn't nobody attacking her. You know, like I tell people, these athletes and some athletes and their handlers, they see all the stuff that's going on the internet. And her team told her that people on the internet talking about how bad you're playing and you never accepted, took on a responsibility and held yourself accountable. You used the blame game. So once again, man, Jeff Paliocca, man, I don't know if I can trust this guy, man. Because, in his interview at the groundbreaking ceremony, he said that, he's been in contact with Angel Reese. I don't know about that because Angel Reese said when the grass is low, the snakes come out. So we still don't know what Angel Reese was talking about. She could be talking about, she wants out of Chicago, or she could be talking about, the invitation that people say that she got. But then some people say she wasn't invited. But your general manager says you have a good relationship with your so-called star player. I find that to be false. Because what he said about Dana Evans is basically telling you what direction this team wants to go in. So he's going to bring in a coach that suits Dana Evans. He's going to bring in a coach that suits Dana Evans, because I don't think Dana Evans is going nowhere. I think Dana Evans will be back with the Chicago Sky. As the world turns in Chicago, we got to keep a close eye on this. So you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments section, man. And like I said, man, I see everybody in the comments section. #salute. Salute to all my members of the channel. If you want to become a member of the channel, just hit the join button for exclusive perks. And I'm going to open up my Patreon for, exclusive things that way. So members of the channel can get the exclusives. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. Leave your comments. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.